All right, everyone. Well, welcome back for one last hurrah in this series. I'm sure a lot of you folks out there are pretty tired from staying up late last night. Most of us here are as well, which sets the stage for what should be an interesting day. This is the closing match of a three-game series between the NAHL's oldest rivals, the fourth and final consecutive road series the Cats have played before they finally get to return to the friendly confines of K. Yeager Coliseum next weekend. And folks, nothing would kick off 2017 better for the Wildcats than sweeping their hated nemesis in the Topeka RoadRunners to close this long road stretch. This is the only game in the NAHL today because of the holiday. We hope to make it a good one for you. I can tell you one thing, with relative certainty, this ought to be a fairly high-scoring game. It was a seesaw contest if I've ever seen one last night, and due to the fatigue factor this afternoon, we're likely to see some more defensive lapses and breakdowns than we're accustomed to seeing with these two teams. CJ Regula returns from suspension tonight after serving 2 games for head contact against Simone Loop of the Lone Star Brahmas 2 weeks ago. The Wildcats will be welcoming his services back with open arms because fresh bodies have become a rare commodity this deep into the series. Last night, Ilya Skvortsov was named the Kona Ice first star of the game in his first game back following suspension, putting up 3 points in the third period, including a goal and 2 assists. We'll see if Regula matches that same fire we saw from the Russian Ilya Skvortsov yesterday. And another addition to the lineup today. Well, not an addition to the lineup, but an addition to a starter in the lineup, I guess you could say. Evan Moyes will be making his first start in net in 5 games. Since he made his commitment to play Division I hockey at the Ohio State University, this will be the first game Moyes plays. The future Buckeye will finally get a chance now that Jared Dempsey has come back down to earth a little bit. There was no chance in the world Coach Nelson was going to dare risk taking Dempsey out with the way he'd been playing, with the way he played against the Lone Star Brahmas, the top team in the division at the moment. 2 weeks ago, he really put them in their place. Though the Wildcats were swept, Dempsey was absolutely shutting the Brahmas down in both of those games. And then game 1 of this series, Dempsey made 38 of a possible 39 saves. And from what I've heard from some of his family members that are here this weekend, he was not happy about the one goal that he did give up. He was kicking himself over, even though he stopped 38 of a possible 39. That's the sign of a good goaltender, always desiring to improve any way he possibly can. Moyes has those qualities as well, and it's great to see him back in the lineup for the first time since he made his commitment. We'll see what that does to his confidence. And I know some Wildcats fans probably remember this all too well. It's the Austin Shaw effect, some people are calling it. Austin Shaw was a tremendous goalie for the Wildcats when he was here, but some say that after he made his commitment to Princeton, things sort of fell apart for him a little bit, and he was not himself for the rest of the season. He was not necessarily checked out, but his head wasn't quite in it like it was before. So obviously fingers crossed, but we don't think it's going to happen to Moyes. He's just too much of a competitor. He's too much of a student of the game to let something like that happen to him. And with Jared Dempsey right on his coattails, I don't think he plans on letting it happen. So last night was the first game we saw where Jared Dempsey actually looked human, giving up 4 goals on 33 shots, which isn't abysmal by any means, but by his standards was not a great night. 4 goals were put up by the Topeka RoadRunners, but the Wildcats managed to take the win in regulation time, and that's something that really helps out goaltenders, even when they don't have the best of nights, to know that your team is there for you and your team can rally and your team can battle. That's what the Wildcats are all about this season, folks. They've proven it so many times, and I know I'm sounding like a broken record at this point, but it's unbelievable how often this young team can fight through adversity when all looks lost, all appears to be against them. They went down 4-3 yesterday on the road, in a very long road stretch in the third period with a little more than 9 minutes left, and they still managed to win the game in regulation, preventing Topeka from taking any points. Topeka has struggled. They're very frustrated right now, to say the least. They've lost 4 straight games in this building, and I'm really hoping to end that tonight with a bit of a fresh start, starting off 2017. You can bet they're going to use that as a reason to get back on the right track here, because Topeka is not accustomed to being in this situation. Right now, the bottom feeders in the South Division, it's a very unfamiliar spot for the Topeka RoadRunners, and they'll be doing all that they can to claw out of it sooner rather than later. But time is running short. Still plenty of it remains. However, the season is further in than most people probably think. We're more than halfway through for both teams tonight, folks. This is game number 32 of 60 in the regular season for the Wildcats. For Topeka, it's game number 33. And the last months just fly by. They did last season for sure. And what looks like plenty of time is really not plenty of time, if that makes any sense. We're getting to that point where every point in the standings is going to be important. The Wildcats right now, behind the Lone Star Brahmas, trailing them by 5 points. Right now, Lone Star with 49 points in the South Division standings, sitting at first place with 2 games, the Wildcats with 2 games in hand over the Brahmas, including this one. So if the Wildcats can win tonight, they will creep up to just 3 points behind Lone Star with a game in hand, which would put them in a very good spot. However, their schedule for the rest of the season, despite the fact this long road stretch is ending tonight, or this afternoon I should say, their schedule does still not look like it's going to be doing them any favors. The Wildcats will still meet up with the Lone Star Brahmas and the Shreveport Mudbugs quite a bit in the second half of the season, who are the top 2 teams in the division outside of them as far as points go. The Wildcats starting lineup, brought to you by Pelican's Restaurant, has just been announced with a lot less enthusiasm than what's about to come. Evan Moyes starting in net again, as mentioned. Third straight game against Topeka in which these 2 D-men are starting. Seamus Donahue, the captain, on the left. Ryan Orgel, the alternate, on the right. Up front, again, same 3 forwards starting as they did yesterday. Zach Heiser, traditionally a defenseman, playing center tonight, starting, setting the tone. Coach Nelson has really liked what he's seen from him in his brief stint as a forward. Heiser gets the nod to start at center. Isaac Cabina on his right, and Kevin Fees, who scored his first goal as a Wildcat yesterday, on Heiser's left. And now for the Topeka RoadRunners and their starting lineup. Going with the defensemen first. These 2 have been together all series long as a defensive pair. Matt Barnes on the left side of Devon Fields, 2 young defensemen, Barnes a 98 and Fields a 99. 2 very young but very capable defensemen starting alongside one another. They've grown very comfortable alongside one another this season. That much has been obvious. And Coach Cameron's decided to mix things up a little bit. The lines are the same, but the order is different. The 4th line starting tonight for the Topeka RoadRunners. Brendan Doyle playing left wing. Will be on the left side of Travis Broman, who is on the far right. And at center, it will be Kyle Klatt. Pretty recent addition to these Topeka RoadRunners. Kyle Klatt will be centering Broman and Doyle. And in net tonight for the Topeka RoadRunners, Ryan Snowden's not available, so this guy, Mike Rockwell, is going to have to step in and get down to some serious business because his team needs it. Snowden was, as usual, pretty good in this series, but he has gone down with an undisclosed injury. In his absence, Rockwell's really going to have to step up. He did not play well enough to secure the victory yesterday for the Topeka RoadRunners. The Cats scored thrice on 14 shots in period 3. Now we await the singing of our country's national anthem before we get this afternoon game started. Stay tuned, everyone. This game is under the command of Dan Gramato, who gets his second straight nod as the referee here this afternoon. He was the ref last night, and folks, there were hardly any penalties called last night, though there was a big one called late in period 3. It was just after Max Harper's goal that gave the Topeka RoadRunners the go-ahead 4-3 lead, and just seconds later, Ilya Skvortsov had it in the Topeka corner, the right corner, and it was Devon Fields who crunched into him and kind of hauled him down, sort of almost horse-collared him over there. Not sure how else to describe it. And Dan Gramato made the right call. It was a penalty. Surely it was a penalty. But it cost Topeka because it was Ilya Skvortsov, the very same man who drew the penalty, who would score the tying goal and then set up, ultimately, Jonathan Bendorf for the game-winning goal a few minutes later to secure the 5-4 win for the Wildcats, who now have a stranglehold on this series. Either way, the Cats will win this road series. Can they sweep it is the question. This game is underway. Opening faceoff is won by Topeka. This first period of Wildcats hockey is brought to you by American Classifieds. And folks, we're glad to have you on board here for your New Year's afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. Jeffrey Pacocha and Dustin Rasmussen are tonight's linesmen, as Zach Heiser has it near the Topeka logo out at center, and we'll drop it back to Seamus Donahue. Fields banks it further. Broman stymied by Donahue. It's carried on by Klatt, who shoots one off the stick of Moyes. Loose puck in front, backhand shot. Trickles wide of the net, and it goes in behind. Fees intercepting the centering pass and jabbing it up to Heiser, who works it up to Cabinia, and he will chip it in past Rosenbaum. Broman has the diagonal pass, and he will scoot it on through Kareem Del Ponte. His line mate Waring, Del Ponte and Waring both tonight have family in attendance from Switzerland and Michigan, respectively. Not a short commute either way. So here's Nick Granowicz on the far half wall. Puts it in behind the Wildcats net. It banks off the back. Granowicz has it once more on the far side. Cats are finding themselves chasing the puck here in the early going. About a minute and a half in, they've been kind of puck watching a little bit. Bendorf swats the puck ahead. Carballo could get a chance here. He drives and shoots, and a butterfly save is made by Rockwell as a wobbling puck is scooped up by Kiernan, who will elude the danger that was looming right in front of Rockwell's net. Best chance of the game so far for the Wildcats, and their only shot turned aside by Mike Rockwell. Topeka makes a fire wagon line change here as Sipus has it behind his own goal. Dom Sipus's pass missed Carballo, or Walker rather. It goes down the ice, but no icing is called. Tilley centers, misses Walker. Harper picks it off, and he turns on the Jets. Could have a 3-on-2 here. Dishes off to DeRoche on the left wing. Put it in front for Harper. Big save by Moyes. Now the puck is collected by DeRoche from the right circle. Leads it on back to DiMatteo. Long wrist shot off the far post. DeRoche, DiMatteo, left point again. Shuffle boards it down past Rosa. Comes out to the left circle. Bowery had it chipped free. And Tilley will work for it in front of the RoadRunners bench against the Runners captain, Marshall Bowery. Finally, it squirts on loose. Donahue will drop it back to Roman Canal. Canal's another one whose parents are here. Pleasure of catching up with them last night, right before New Year's took place, right before midnight. Some more folks in from Michigan. Not a close trip by any means. Great to see them all coming down to support their kiddos playing for the Wildcats here in Topeka. It's about as close a commute as you're going to get playing in the South Division and all. As Fry dipsy-doodles his way in, then tosses it across for Schlagenhoff, who is in too tight. Close chance there for Topeka. Donahue's backhand saucer is on the tape for Skinner. Skinner wiggles his way across the blue line. Fields defending him, and now Barnes will try to rattle it out with the help of Nelson. He does so. Regula picking off Nelson's pass. Orgel. 4 minutes gone by in period one. We're scoreless with 3-1, the shots favoring Topeka. Barnes up for Nelson on the breakout for the RoadRunners here as Nelson will gain the red line. Slide it in. Moyes lobs it out onto the near half wall. Seeing some more minutes so far in the early going for Topeka's fourth line. Skinner crosses the blue line. Rosenbaum defended him perfectly and springs one ahead now for the carry on by Klatt. Kyle Klatt is halted by Waring. Not many whistles here in this game number 3. Big hit put on there by Isaac Cabinia. Cabinia chases down the loose puck behind the RoadRunners net. Another hit by Cabinia. Fees slides it into the slot where it's jabbed out of there and back out to center. Canal from his own zone. D-to-D for Cypus. Up and off the skate of Heiser near the RoadRunners logo. And here comes Franti after it was jabbed ahead from the right side. Put it in front. A shot goes wide, and then it ultimately goes off the side of the net. I'm not sure who the intended target there was on that pass from Mikowski, but he missed everything in sight. And ultimately, Franti had it from the goal line, was in much too tight to be able to pull anything off, especially given he was a right-handed shot. No chance. He had no angle to put it in, despite the fact he had a gaping 4x6 net. Look out here. Franti gets the stretch pass, fires, missing the crossbar. As it ricochets off the backboard glass out to center. Orgel taking over now on the right side. Put it to the trailer. It's Bendorf shooting, just missing. And off the carom, it's Orgel. Can't slide it back to Donahue. Orgel is pinned up by Dickinson. Carballo rolls it down to Skvortsov. He sets up Bendorf in behind the net. Carballo looking for the centering pass. Bendorf cuts in and shoots, pad save. Orgel trying to collect the rebound. He put it off the stick of Carballo at the side of the net. Carballo switches with Skvortsov. The Cats cycling the wagons down low. This is Topeka's weakness right here, and the Cats' bread and butter. But finally, the RoadRunners escape with possession. Granowicz earns the red line before taking a hit. Chips it in. Donahue and Harper go tumbling behind the Cats' net. Here's Skvortsov. Lobs one off the glove of Alex Fry. Skvortsov finishes his check on Fry, who joins the rush with Harper. Harper can't slip past Walker. Well defended. Now Tilley. Played one of nobody in particular. It's going to be Topeka possession here as DeRoche is tripped up. I don't think Gramaudo's going to call a whole lot tonight. Tilley looking to get the lead pass ahead. Rosa's breaking to the back of the net now. Lifts the stick of Barnes, steals the puck, centers. Walker's shot stopped by Rockwell. Good play by Rosa. He fought for that puck and set up C.J. Walker with a point-blank opportunity. Rockwell slammed the door. To the old Fairbanks billet parents of Jared Dempsey, Mark and Paulie, and the two boys. If you guys are tuning in again tonight, thanks so much for supporting Jared Dempsey and the Wildcats, even though you've got a new billet boy up in Fairbanks. Means a lot. Thanks for tuning in. And to Clan Bendorf, all 30 or so of you watching from the Mecca Family New Year's Open House. Thanks so much, guys, for supporting the Wildcats on New Year's Day. Backhand shot right off the faceoff is somewhere between the pads of Mike Rockwell. And Rockwell looked to be a bit stunned after one of those shots from a few moments ago. And he's got to be okay, because if he can't go, then Topeka's going to have to go with their emergency backup goaltender, Esamaki, whose name we haven't seen before. Though he might surprise us. Don't think that's what Topeka's going to want to do to avoid a sweep. Put in a brand new fresh-faced goaltender. Rockwell's actually got the best record of Topeka's netminders, despite the fact Snowden's got the better numbers. So here comes Granowicz charging down the left side, gets Rosa to bite, put it across for a one-timer. Big save by Moyes on Mikowski, who will slide it on back. Rosenbaum long flip shot into the glove of Moyes, who's looked pretty rock solid to start this game on both ends. It's been a goaltender's start. 7.5 minutes in. So C.J. Regula following his 2-game suspension for head contact 2 weeks ago. Back in the lineup for the Wildcats. He's flanked by Ryan Burnett on his right and Jeff Skinner on his left. Filling the Matt Hanawal void. Hanawal is a healthy scratch tonight. The puck rolls out back to the high slot. Jack DiMatteo will let a shot go through all kinds of traffic. I think it got blocked by Regula's shoulder. Up for Burnett. Burnett finding Skinner. Pass hops off his stick. It was a hot one. Sipus for Roman Canal. Canal dances in across the blue line. Springs Regula. He's got a chance. He fires. Tried to go low glove side. Rockwell makes the save. Nice little play there by Roman Canal to squirt the puck ahead. CJ Regula had open skies and open ice separating him and Mike Rockwell, who beat him with the arm. I think Rockwell tried to snipe it somewhere between, or Regula rather, tried to snipe it somewhere between Rockwell's chest and his arm, somewhere in the armpit region. Smart place to shoot. That's a tough save for a goaltender. Rockwell made it. One of our diehard fans, Ronnie Earl Baker Jr., tuned in as usual on YouTube. And Ryan Burnett's father, Roger, riding home on New Year's, tuning in to the Wildcats. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve holiday and a New Year's Day holiday. This is the only game in the NAHL today. I'm going to try to make it a good one. Today there's only one game in college hockey, as a matter of fact. University of Alaska Fairbanks is out at the Compton Family Ice Arena in Notre Dame, taking on the Fighting Irish. And the Irish are beating up on them, 4-0 the score through the first 2 periods. In case some of you Wildcats fans didn't see it, Johnny Lazarus scored a goal yesterday against the Gophers on Fox Sports North 1. And it was a pretty goal. So congrats to Johnny Laz. He's doing a heck of a job up there at University of Massachusetts Amherst, one of the top college freshmen in the nation at the moment. And has been really all season long. Lazarus doing a great job for the Minutemen. Fields from the right point will let a long wrist shot go that missed the right post. But we'll see if we can't share that goal that Laz scored the other day on Twitter, for those of you who haven't had a chance to see it yet. Fields from the right point, long, weak wrister, dealt with easily by Moyes. Played it safely into the corner. Orgel will shovel it on out of there. Fields intercepts it at center ice. Devon Fields, who's got to be kicking himself after taking that late penalty yesterday that gave the Wildcats the tie game late in the 3rd period. DeRoche will scoot in and shoot a shot wide of the left post. And then he scurries over to the near boards to pick it up. Again, Fields tried to get it through, couldn't do so this time. Puck clanks off of Fees' helmet and bounces out into Topeka territory. Barnes, DDD for Fields. Harper swaggers past Donahue. Here's Bowery pulling up and shooting. It was blocked. And Donahue will leave it off behind his own net. Kareem Del Ponte. The Swiss defenseman played one a little bit too far for Bendorf, who deflected it past the Topeka goal line. So the pass was just past the stick of Bendorf, who was short of the red line when he tipped it in. So icing called against the Wildcats. Got some bad news, folks. Not going to have the pleasure of joining you next weekend for Friday and Saturday's game against the Shreveport Mudbugs. The game will be broadcast. Don't worry about that, but I will not be there. A really good buddy of mine is getting married, and I'm to be his best man, so priorities. Wouldn't miss that. I've got to head up to Illinois next weekend, visit some family while I'm there. Skvortsov shoots a tough wobbling puck on net after it kind of bounced every which direction, and now Granowicz is going to lob it on out of there. Rosenbaum will carry through center. Puck goes behind the Wichita Falls net. A one-timer from Makowski was blocked. Garanowicz from the right half boards puts it in behind the net. Centering pass for Franti, whose shot didn't get through. Del Ponte has his stick check. Turnaround shot deflects out of play. No, it stays in play. Topeka buzzing to get the go-ahead goal here 11 minutes in. I thought that puck, could have sworn I saw it hit the netting. Perhaps the linesman didn't see it. Now here comes Carballo off the steal. Motors his way back into the attacking zone, the Topeka zone. Karanen not giving him any room to work with as he's wrapped up. Canal takes it at center. Punches it into Roadrunner territory. Tilly will be first to meet it. Tilly knocked down on his wallet. Rosa springs the puck loose, but to no avail. It goes right to Alex Fry. Has to spin away from Rosa, and the collision off of Tilly sandwiching him. Rosa and Tilly doing some good teamwork. They win the puck down there. Sipus from the right point. Had his stick lifted, and here come the runners. They've got a 3-on-1 developing. Fry right up the middle, holds up. He pulls the trigger. It gets blocked by Roman Canal's stick. He defended that 3-on-1 perfectly. But Schlagenhoff really rather steals it off the stick of Rosa. Kept in the Wildcats zone. Dickinson's shot didn't get past Rosa. Slammed into by Nigel Nelson. Here's Schlagenhoff from the right point. Tried to find the trailer. Nice little play there by C.J. Walker. He springs Tilly on a breakaway. Tilly with a shot. And a glove save is made by Rockwell. Brilliant play made by C.J. Walker. Didn't even need a second to think about what he was doing with that. Instantly pushed it ahead and gave Stephen Tilly a breakaway. If he would have hesitated for even a second, that play would not have worked. Ryan Orgel across the blue line on the left side. Skinner lobs one across the crease. 7.5 to go in this first period. We're scoreless here in Topeka. 8-5 the shots in favor of your Wildcats. Barnes slides it up to Nigel Nelson. Here comes Marshall Bowery. He's going to try to slip through past Orgel. What a move, and what a save is made by Evan Moyes to bail out Orgel. That would have been the NAHL's #1 play of the week. Orgel would not have liked to see it again. Skinner with a shot, deflected by Regula. Wide to the glove side of Rockwell. Now it's Fields getting it up to Bowery. Bowery's crunched up by Ryan Burnett. Burnett airs the puck in around the near half wall. Del Ponte pinches down there. Coach Nelson telling the Wildcats to go to work. They want to keep Topeka pinned in their own zone. Yesterday, when the Roadrunners were trying to tie the game back up after going down 5-4 late in the third, they could not get the puck out of their own zone. I don't even think they had a shot. Bendorf scored with 3 minutes and 39 seconds left, folks. And Topeka couldn't even pull their goaltender until, say, probably about 30 or 40 seconds left. And even after they did so, I don't think they even got a shot, so much as a shot on net. The Roadrunners love to utilize their speed on counterattacks and counter rushes. They love to force turnovers and catch the opponents cheating a little bit. That's how they score the majority of their goals. Cabinia fed a nice pass through all sorts of traffic. Fees will try to tuck it in. Rockwell has the left pad hugging the post, and he makes the save. Nice idea from Kevin Fees. Cabinia gave Heiser the cross-crease pass at the start of it all, and I think it caught Heiser off guard because it went through so many Roadrunners' skates that he just couldn't get a shot away. Ultimately, Fees found it on his blade at the side of the net and just couldn't tuck it past the left pad of Rockwell. But as I was saying, next weekend I will not be available, folks. Chet Yoda, the Shreveport Mudbugs broadcaster, will assume my broadcasting duties. I was fortunate enough to get a volunteer to handle the social media. Everything else I'll be able to take care of during the week as usual. But it'll be the first game in 2 seasons that I miss. Breaks my heart, but some things in life are just a little bit more important. Makowski's able to work the puck out into the neutral zone. Roman Canal intercepts it. Lipus chasing it down. Franti trying to center. Can't get it past Cabinia, who's been a pest, or a thorn in the RoadRunners' side here in the first 15 minutes of this game, and in this series, rather. And the puck deflected out of play into the netting. So the Cats doubling the runners in shots, 12-6. Both goaltenders have been perfect so far, with 5 minutes and 14 seconds separating these teams from their first intermission in Game 3. Carballo knocks the puck ahead right off the faceoff. Bendorf put it off a high stick. If Carballo touches this, the whistle will blow. He didn't touch it. Barnes knocked him down onto the ice. Carballo gets back up. He seems to be all right. After that awkward-looking collision, those boards don't give very much. Nelson negotiates his way across the blue line. His shot was blocked by Donahue, who is limping a little bit after stymieing that shot. Fry nearly got the centering pass from Schlagenhoff. Kicks it up to his blade over there on the far half wall. Fry lost it to Orgel. Airmails it out into the neutral zone. Fields' pass is picked off by Skvortsov, and the Russian motor's in. His shot was blocked by Fields, and the runners clear it again. Del Ponte sauces one across for Sipus. Nice pass splitting the ice for Bendorf on the left wing. He stops, protects it, gets it ahead for Carballo, who jabs it across, picked off by Barnes. He will settle things down, and he clears it past Del Ponte. DeRoche had the puck stolen from him by C.J. Walker. Skvortsov's shot is blocked by his own man in Walker, but he gets the pass from him, does Walker. Now Bowery. Del Ponte in his own zone. Up for Rosa, crosses the Topeka blue line. Instantly the runners get it out. Waring flies it in. To the right side, bounces off the back wall. Karenin wraps it back in that direction. Bowery is pinned up by Tilly. Rosa tried to read and intercept the pass. He missed the puck. Harper gets it out to Bowery on the left wing, who crosses the blue line. Bowery is brought down by Waring. DeRoche coughs it up to Walker. Walker banks it ahead, and I think that went off a linesman. Big break for Topeka. The Cats would have had a 2-on-1, but the linesman prevented it. Tilly slips it past Rosenbaum, goes into the near corner rather. He's pinned up as Tilly is trying to find somewhere to go with it. He's got nowhere to roam, does Tilly. Rosa for Walker. Knocked out of his wheelhouse, and here comes Granowicz down the right side. Canal hustles back to defend him. Canal knocks him off balance, and whoa, look what we've got here. Rosenbaum, I just looked to my left and saw Rosenbaum knock Tilly down to the ice. I did not see what led to it, or if Tilly was trying to fight back. It didn't look like it. I don't want to say one thing or the other because I didn't see what happened. I just looked over and saw Tilly down. Rosenbaum without his gloves or his stick, so it looks like Rosenbaum was trying to fight and Tilly didn't want to. And I'm guessing that's just a culmination of frustrations built up for the Topeka's top defenseman. And his period is over. Not sure if his whole game is over, but oh, now he's back on the ice. They sent him off originally, and now they've sent him back on, maybe just to collect his equipment. But no, he's going to have a seat in the box. So just a 2-minute minor against Rosenbaum for roughing or instigating, what have you. And the Cats will go to their first power play of the game. 1 for 2 yesterday. 0 for 7 on Friday. And they're going to hope it looks more like yesterday than it did on Friday today. So Skvortsov wins the offensive zone draw. Orgel walks the blue line. Skvortsov gets the pass at the top of the left circle. Deals it on over to Donahue. Unsportsmanlike conduct, the call against Rosenbaum. Orgel gives it cross ice. Skvortsov with a shot. Butterfly save. Another pad save made on Carballo. Point blank by Rockwell. Another puck is sprung loose. Garanowicz is going to waltz his way out to the neutral zone and shovel it down the ice. 4 fresh Roadrunners on the ice now for Topeka. Donahue. Nice little fake. Got Bowery to freeze. Skvortsov is tripped up as he carries into the high slot. Still has it on his stick. Sets up Bendorf. He's in. He shoots. Blocked. What a save by Rockwell. And then the puck is cleared. Oh my, close call. Jonathan Bendorf nearly had his second goal in as many games just then. Already with 5 power play goals on the season. Donahue up for Skvortsov. Skvortsov twists and turns, wins the puck, sets up Donahue, high slot. Skvortsov slithers it back. Donahue slaps it to Orgel in the left circle. Orgel's pass just outside the reach of Donahue, so the Wildcats defenseman can't keep it in the zone. He's got DeRoche trailing right behind him. Orgel started on out of there, and the El Segundo California native splits the ice with the pass for Skinner. Skinner tried to clear it into the opposite corner. DiMatteo gloved it down. Fees is rubbed out there by DiMatteo. 15 seconds to go on this Wildcats power play, brought to you by Starbright Cleaners. Garanowicz sandwiched by Fees and Skinner. Cabinia in there helping him out as well. And the Roadrunners clear it, effectively killing their first penalty of the game. Rosenbaum charges right to the bench. We're back to 5-on-5. The last 35 seconds of this period are brought to you by La Quinta Inn and Suites, the Wildcats' official host hotel. Schlagenhoff tried to clear it up the board. Skinner held it temporarily, but it's going to be Schlagenhoff emerging with possession with 16 to go in period 1, and a scoreless tie here at Kansas Expo Center. Mikowski will give it back to Barnes. 8 seconds to go. Barnes will try a slap shot from center ice, and why not? Moyes stopped it. So that was the first Topeka shot in several minutes, and it came from 100 feet out. Moyes 7 for 7, Rockwell 15 for 15. He had a much better start to this game than he did to yesterday's game. And Mike Rockwell looks to be in the zone, so the Cats will have their work cut out for them for the remainder of this game. But it was Wichita Falls who clearly had the edge in play. And from this point on, until Topeka starts winning some games, every game is going to be a must-win because they have got to get out of this slump before they fall further and further down the standings. Right now, they're quite a few points outside of where they need to be at. In the standings right now, Topeka is 3 points behind the Odessa Jackalopes, and Odessa's got 3 games in hand. So the Ice Rays, the Bulls, the Jackalopes, all with a pretty substantial lead over Topeka, and they're just falling behind right now, folks. They are in sole possession of last place in the South Division, and that's not a spot they like to be or are used to being in. And if things don't turn around quickly for them, they might be watching the Robertson Cup playoffs from their living rooms this year for the first time in who knows how long. Quite a while, I can tell you that much. First period over, no score. 15-7 the shots in favor of the Cats. A lot of good chances, but better goaltending on both sides. We're going to take a break from Kansas Expo Center, and when we come back, we'll break down that period for you in as great a detail as we can and talk about what the Cats must do to secure 6 points. They've already got 2/3 of that completed. 2 points on the line today, 6 on the line for the series. They've already secured 4 of them. Can they take all 6? We'll find out. That and more coming your way next. Stay with us, everyone.
There would be some sort of competition here. So not only would we have the Maple Leafs versus the Red Wings, but we've got a grudge match. Manny reverse setting on the car. Oh, there we go, there we go. Get the breakaway. Let's go. Looks like the Mad Dog's getting pushed. Oh. There we go, there we go. Get another breakaway. Oh, there we go, there we go. Lining up for a shot. Oh, almost, almost. Tap it in. Go! Let's get this back to the reset right move. So far, it's 1 versus 1-0 on the field. Let's see how he gets this one. Let's see that. The reason why this game is so difficult is because we're on ice. As you can see, the big stretch fell down quite often over there too. Let's get another way. Accelerate slowly. It's kind of like driving an ATV when you just have that. Accelerate slow. If this is how you guys drive RC cars, it might be not the perfect thing for you to drive. There we go, there we go. Go, it's going, it's going, it's lined up. Oh, just a few more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can get a breakaway win here. Not much of a grudge match. It's still 7-0. The other way, go the other way. 2 minutes on penalty for interference.
All right, folks, well, welcome back. Glad to have you with us here on New Year's Day. Let's kick 2017 off on a high note and get 6 of a possible 6 points here on this road trip. The Wildcats' last road trip before the light at the end of this month-long tunnel finally comes to fruition. But there's still a lot of rocky terrain separating these Wildcats from that light at the end of this tunnel. It'll be in the form of 40 more minutes of grinding out hockey, I would imagine. This is the last time these two teams meet this season, which is pretty surprising. Normally, these two rivals play well more than 6 times a year, but the addition of Shreveport to the division, changes have had to been made. This is an interesting intermission, the game they've got going on down there. I feel like it'd be really hard to drive one of those things. Oh. Oof. Can't say I've ever seen this done before. For those of you listening on YouTube, got 4 little remote control cars, 2-on-2, going against each other, trying to put a big puck into the regulation size nets. Don't think there were any goals scored. Boy, that looks challenging. That looks really challenging. There was a goal scored. Look at that. I missed it. Can't tell if it was an own goal or not, but it was scored. So anyways, despite the fact the remote control car scored, none of the players have just yet. We're scoreless through the first 20 minutes. Somebody's going to in the next 40, and Topeka certainly needs this win, needs it more than the Wildcats do. Do they want it as much is the question. It would be a huge win without a doubt for both sides, who the Cats are trying to close the gap on the Lone Star Brahmas. They do not want to go into the postseason without the assurance of home ice advantage throughout the first 2 rounds. And they certainly don't want to be matched up against the 3 seed, who, if you ask most people a few weeks ago, would have told you with relative certainty it would be Wichita Falls or Shreveport to take that 3rd seed. But now things are looking a little bit skeptical for the RoadRunners, who are on the Mudbugs rather, who are on a bit of a losing streak, and they were just shut out yesterday by the Lone Star Brahmas 3-0 at home. So the Cats are going to be headed back to Wichita Falls probably with their hands full against a Mudbugs team who's lost a few games and want to get off of that losing trail. However, I think part of the reason they've been struggling so much is because one of their defensemen, a Latvian, Tomas Ziele, is playing for Team Latvia at the World Junior Championship right now, and his services are unavailable to his Shreveport team. Eric Zohovs, who led the NAHL in scoring a few weeks ago, it sounds like he messed up his wrist pretty bad, so he won't be playing again until at least February, which is a huge blow for Shreveport. And without 2 of their big Latvian stars, the Mudbugs have begun to struggle. So the Wildcats next weekend can use that as a good thing, or they can be complacent about it and let it haunt them. We've seen what Shreveport can do, folks. We got a brief look at them back in mid-October. They were in K. Yeager Coliseum back on October 15th, and they, despite the fact the Cats outshot them, I'd say it's probably pretty safe to say Shreveport outskated the Wildcats in that game, and they would ultimately win 4-2 on Back the Blue Night. Those teams' first matchup in franchise history. But this team's evolved a lot since then, there's no question about it. And we haven't seen too many instances of them underestimating their opponents this year, and why would they? There's really no clear, weakest link in the division like there was last year with Amarillo. They were in the South Division basement all season long. I really don't think they were ever in competition for 5th place. What it came down to was a battle between Odessa and Corpus for that 4 seed. Came down to the last weekend of the year to decide it. And this year, Topeka is in last right now, but only by a few points under Odessa, who just won their series 2-1 over Amarillo. In case you were curious, 6 unanswered goals scored by the Jackalopes last night against the Bulls. But anyways, we're not trying to look too far ahead of ourselves here. We expected a high-scoring game this afternoon. We may not be getting that. We expected there to be more defensive lapses and breakdowns because of the fact that these kids are all pretty tired. 3 games in 3 days has that effect on you. Not only that, but with the celebrating and the distractions from last night, pretty much everyone stayed up late last night. Not to mention this afternoon game has got everyone sort of in a tizzy. And for a player who's so accustomed to doing one thing one way for so long, having a game at 2 in the afternoon really does throw things off. But if you're a betting man, the Wildcats did have the better of play in that first period. Again, out shooting Topeka 15-7 and out chancing them as well. Though the beginning of the game probably favored Topeka. Say the last 10 to 15 minutes, I think the Cats had them on the run. Pun intended. But I think it was probably in the last 30 seconds or so, Matt Barnes had a shot from center ice. That was the first shot the Runners had in several minutes. And what Coach Nelson has been trying to preach to these Wildcats against this Topeka team is to try to not turn the puck over in the neutral zone, because that's exactly what Topeka wants. It's going into the corners in their zone and making them chase you. We said to the guys over and over again on the bench yesterday, I was told, that they won't be able to defend us down low. Play keep away. Go behind the net and play keep away and cycle away. And we saw it. He's got a good point. How many times did we see yesterday Topeka's players were too gassed to get the puck out of their own zone? They were too exhausted to move. A run and gun type of team, if anything, that likes to play on the fly and does not like to go chase players in their own corners to try to battle for pucks. And the Cats have that cycle game down as well as any team in the division, rivaled perhaps only by the Brahmas. So that's what Wichita Falls must do, in my opinion, if they're going to score and take this game number 3 and sweep the Runners on the road. That will be the key to success. They're very good at doing that once they get there. The issue will be getting to that spot, because Topeka, we saw a lot in that first period of very quick zone exits for the RoadRunners. We saw their defensemen get pretty aggressive. Matt Barnes, Jake Rosenbaum, players like that sort of step up right along the blue line on the half boards, not allowing the Wildcats to get a foothold in their zone. That's where they try to beat you. They try to beat you as soon as the puck enters across the blue line, because once it's deep and once it's in their corners, the Wildcats look like men amongst boys. We've just got about 3.5 minutes before we see if the Cats can pull off what we just talked about in period number 2. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. All right, well, welcome back, folks. Second period action just about underway. Wildcats, RoadRunners, game 3 of 3. The last time these two teams meet this season, both of them hoping to make an impression and gain a very substantial 2 points in the standings here about midway through this 2016-17 year. Jack DiMatteo able to slip one past Ryan Orgel. Moyes will rim it around the far wall. Heiser puts it back the other direction. Orgel's clearing attempt took a funny hop off of a partition, and now Cabinha follows up and carries in. Tried to take a screenshot through Jack DiMatteo, who blocked it. And Cabinha knocks Brendan Doyle off balance. In doing so, the Cats have taken possession of the puck. What a series Isaac Cabinha has had. His body will be black and blue, no doubt about it, when he heads home to Wichita Falls, but he has sacrificed everything for the team, for the betterment of the team in this 3-game series. And he deserves a goal. He's come close on a couple of occasions. Skvortsov passes one up down the left side. Del Ponte follows up after it was knocked off the blade of Bendorf. He will get it behind the runner's net. Matt Barnes is there. Stolen by Carballo. And now taken by Waring out at center. Del Ponte. For Carballo, chips it past Barnes. Del Ponte in, winning the puck from Barnes. So it rolls around and onto the near side. Topeka can't clear it past the skates of Bendorf. On the second effort from Mikowski, they get it out. Fields. Deets past one, lost to Tilley. Tilley carries in and fires, and he missed the net. Best chance of this second period for either side, and Tilley just missed it. He had a bar-down goal yesterday, a beautifully, perfectly placed shot, did Stephen Tilley, for his 13th goal of the campaign. Roman Canal. Run into by Granowicz. Regula with a good back check on Mikowski. Canal is closed off again by Granowicz. And Walker able to sneak one ahead for Stephen Tilley, who carries in, finds a Canal, whose shot is stopped by Rockwell. Tilley put the rebound wide. Regula protecting it beautifully at the blue line and shoveling it in behind the runner's net. Tilley is there. Orgel wants the pass from Tilley. Will eventually get it to him unorthodoxly. Long shot from Orgel, deflected, and Rockwell will hang on to it. To Twyla Massey and James Jeffries, appreciate the kind words. Thanks for tuning in and supporting the Wildcats, Twyla and Jim. Hope you all had a great New Year's holiday. Donahue with a good head fake, gets it into the far corner. Burnett will cycle it to Regula, his fellow Michiganer, and now it's Schlagenhoff stealing it from him. Schlagenhoff's had a good series as well. He cuts in across the Topeka logo, gains the blue line. Fry gets it, and he is crashed into by Regula. Follow-up shot from Nigel Nelson is high and wide. Now it's Schlagenhoff. Slips one across. DiMatteo's open. He will take the shot, and Moyes has it, looks behind him, and the runners thought that was in, but it was not. Close call. DiMatteo nearly able to pick the corner there on the short side snipe. Moyes maybe a little bit off his angle, but he was able to stop it. So Pekochin dropped the puck to the right of Moyes. And the future Buckeyes 8 for 8. The first 23 minutes or so of this game. Fry can't keep the clearing attempt by Orgel. Here comes Burnett motoring down the right side with a shot that was partially blocked by Dickinson. Jumping clearing attempt made by Fry fails. Skinner gave it away to Dickinson. Will wobble it out to Fry, who touched one along for Schlagenhoff on the left wing. Schlagenhoff for Fry, shot stopped by Dempsey with the stick. Now on the wraparound, Donahue takes over. Regula was high sticked, the referee did not see it. Here comes Burnett, crisscrosses in. Good stick check made by Barnes. Burnett would have had a clear chance at the goal. Heiser makes a nice read, fresh off the bench, replacing Regula. Heiser goes behind the runner's net now. Wraps it around from the left point. Cabinha slapped it back down behind the net. Roman will clear it just out to the red line. Fees will punch it back in. Puck takes an awkward bounce there. Barnes gets it. Sends it off a Doyle's blade at center ice. Waring. Up for Kevin Fees on his off wing. Leads it ahead for Kareem Del Ponte in stride, who was met by 4 RoadRunners and lost possession. Kyle Klatt back the other way. Good stick by Waring defensively. And Klatt gives Waring another shove. Nice keep, no high stick off the keep by Doyle. Barnes is crushed into by Cabinha. Another big hit by Isaac Cabinha, the former Wilmar High School captain. Klatt steals it. He falls and shoots and went off the side of the net. Pops high in the air. Klatt recovers. Wobbles it back to the point for a long shot from Fields that was blocked by Waring. Good shift he's having. Waring's pass too far outside the reach of Kevin Fees. Cabinha holds at the blue line. He is hooked. Nothing called. He will slide it back to the point where nobody's occupying. So Canal's going to have to go back behind his own net to get it. 14:20 to go in period 2. We're still scoreless here at the Landon Arena. Long skipper of a pass from Sipus bounced over the blade of Skvortsov. So icing is called against Wichita Falls. Sipus nearly hit his fellow Eastern European on that long diagonal pass. It could have given the Cats a brief little 3-on-2. And instead it's icing against the red and black. So Harper rips a shot right off the draw, which DeRoche pinned up Skvortsov on. Harper's shot was wide of the glove side. And now it's Carballo banking it out to neutral ice. Sipus behind his own net, reverses it, picked off before it got to Canal. Ricocheted off on goal off of Skvortsov's skate. Now it pops behind the net. Sipus will blast it around the near side wall, too far for Carballo. Carballo intercepts it, skates back in and down the right side. Carballo put it in front for Bendorf, who scores! Jonathan Bendorf finished off the pass from Ricky Carballo, his second consecutive goal. And Jonathan Bendorf makes it goal number 12 on the season. And finally, the Cats have broken through. 1-0 the score. We know Clan Bendorf is out watching this game with 30-some in attendance tuning in. We hope you guys enjoyed that. Good pass from Carballo to set Bendorf up, and he put it right in the perfect spot. Blocker side on Mike Rockwell. Perfectly placed shot from Bendorf, who's got a dozen goals on the year. The Cats take a 1-0 lead as Walker negotiates his way in and rips a shot wide of the short side, post the glove side. And now Topeka will march it on out on a potential 3-on-2 developing. Tilly back checks as Mikowski takes it down the left side, going wide on Orgel. Mikowski will stop, slide it back to DiMatteo, who missed on that long shot. Tilly can't clear it. Dickinson holds it, lets it go, and it skims off the side of the net there, it looked like. Donahue. Might have been slashed by Granowicz, nothing called. Rosa crosses the blue line on the right side, wrists it, chest save, and a routine one for Rockwell, who has finally conceded a goal after making 18 stops. Now 1 for 20, Mike Rockwell. Referee Dan Gramato ruling that there was a hand pass in the neutral zone against Topeka, so this face-off will exit the Wildcat zone. Face off in front of the RoadRunners logo, or over it rather. Fry gave it away to Regula. And Regula falls down, and a Topeka player went tumbling right over him, and he's hurt. Trying to identify who that is over there. And Nigel Nelson calling for the RoadRunners trainer to get out there immediately. Regula went down, and somebody fell right on top of him. I believe that's Devon Fields. And this is not looking good. You can hear a pin drop in this place, folks. It looked like Regula, if anyone, would get the worst end of that contact and that collision. There was no penalty that I saw. It was just an awkward-looking collision. Regula went tumbling down, and that forced Fields to fall very awkwardly with Regula right under him. Kind of went topsy-turvy and fell somewhere he probably shouldn't have, and landed, I'm guessing, on his shoulder. His shoulder funny, or maybe his ankle. It's very quiet here at Kansas Expo Center right now. It's not anymore. Field is back on his skates. Moving under his own power back to the... No, apologies, that was Barnes. Field is getting escorted off the ice. Nigel Nelson helping him back to the dressing room right now, as is Alex Fry. And Field is going to take a break. So, fortunately, doesn't look like it was that bad because he was walking under his own power after he was escorted off the ice back towards the dressing room. He didn't need to have somebody carry him or anything like that, so nothing's broken. Certainly nothing lower body is broken, or he wouldn't be walking off by himself. We hope Fields is all right. Regula got right back up. No need to worry about him. He's on the ice right now. We've got about a dozen minutes to go in this second period. Jonathan Bendorf, the only goal scorer in this hockey game so far. 1-0 Wildcats. And having some real problems there at the blue line was Broman, and the Cats steal it off his blade. Skinner put it into the left corner for Regula. C.J. Regula finding an open Waring from the right circle. Did a little toe drag and a shot that deflects wide. Waring loves to execute that little curl and drag move. And now the man defending him has no stick, and he's like a lost puppy. Waring gave it across to Burnett between his skates. Put it in front, backhand shot from Skinner. Denied there by Rockwell, and the puck's been cleared. Regula able to cross the blue line and put it behind the reach of Fees, who goes down. Topeka clears it off the wall and out to center. Waring Put it off the glove of Broman. Here comes Topeka. Doyle with a right wing shot that was off target. Left point, it's Barnes. Slides it behind the net. Doyle advanced it to Klatt. We'll lose it to Kevin Fees. Waring. Missed Cabinho with the pass, and the puck bounces off the sideboards down for Barnes to play it. Barnes gets it up to Klatt. Doyle receives the pass nicely, springs it ahead. Klatt shot deflects on net. Moyes made the pad save, and they score on the rebound. Peyton Franti put it home. Second goal in as many nights for Franti. And that was just a cluster right in front of the Wildcats net. Moyes had no clue where it was. Ultimately went through his 5-hole. Topeka has tied it up. That is just a textbook greasy goal. Those are the kinds of goals that Coach Nelson wants to see more of from the Wildcats right there. It was not a good shot. The initial shot from, I believe it was Klatt, just kind of lobbed it towards an area, just kind of put it off the pad of Moyes. Wasn't a hard shot. Didn't try to snipe it, didn't try to go top shelf or anything, just kept it on the ice. Forced Moyes to make a save, and all heck broke loose after that. Just a mad scramble in front of the net. Ultimately, Franti found it before any of the Wildcats could. And believe me, folks, he was not trying to go 5-hole there. He was just trying to get it on net. And it just happened to go through the wickets of Evan Moyes. And those are the kinds of goals that Coach Nelson wants to see more of. Not try to be so perfect with everything. Just to get it on net and go to the greasy areas. That's how most goals in the NHL are scored. Skvortsov pass, misses everything in sight. Carballo's going to try to negate the icing. He succeeds. Then he centers, deflected by Rockwell's blade. Out to the neutral zone, and Orgel blasts it in. We're halfway through this game, regulation at least. 1-1 your score. Fry lays it ahead for Schlagenhoff. Schlagenhoff gains the blue line on the right side, his off wing. Shoveled it on net from a tough angle. Moyes had the paddle down, made the stop. Orgel knocks the puck away from Schlagenhoff. Waring rubs Mikowski off balance, then chisels it up between the skates of Tilly and down. Little touch pass there from Mikowski, and here comes Topeka to the forehand. A shot went off the side of the net there from Granowicz. Burst of speed there by Granowicz. Topeka showing some signs of life here. Karanen from the left point. Missed the net with his long left point shot. Now Waring is brought down by Mikowski. Del Ponte gave it away. Rosa recovers. Coughed up again by Del Ponte as the backhand shot from Mikowski misses the net. Kareem Del Ponte. Pass went out to center. It's picked off. A 2-on-1 the other way for the RoadRunners as Doyle misses the net with the shot. Walker gets the pass from Waring. Played it up and in stride for Stephen Tilly. Tilly cuts his way in. Puck deflects out into the neutral zone. DiMatteo from in behind his own net with 8 minutes to go in period 2. Klatt gains the blue line. Rolls it around the boards onto the far corner wall. DiMatteo holds it just barely at the Wildcats' line and then puts it behind the net. Klatt tried to center. It missed everything. So Rosenbaum to fetch it for Topeka. So try to launch it back out of there quickly. He missed the intended target, so icing is called against Topeka. Like Fees might have been hooked there right after that offensive zone draw. There's only been one penalty called in this entire game. Completely different styles of officiating we've seen from Friday night with Michael Zalkman calling ultimately 16. There were 16 power plays total on Friday night. On Saturday there were 3 total. And tonight there's been 1. Bowery slides the puck past Dickinson and back out to center. Kaiser got a piece of that puck on the forecheck. It just deflected off his blade, but nobody was able to locate it in time. And the runners get it out. Bowery slips it past Orgel. Now it's Donahue in the second effort. Can't clear it, however. Schlagenhaus spins it right to Ilya Skvortsov, who picked it off, and now Orgel will launch one ahead. Isaac Kabinia left it for Bendorf. Bendorf carries in again on his off wing. He's able to work it in behind the net. Kabinia guns it down. DiMatteo knocked it away from him. Skvortsov playing back in his own zone is tripped. Penalty against Topeka. Alex Fry to the box. Clear trip against Fry, and just the second penalty we've seen this entire game. Cats 0 for 1 on their Starbright Cleaners power play back in period 1. 1 for 2 yesterday. And yesterday it was Ilya Skvortsov who drew the penalty, and it was Skvortsov who scored the power play goal. Deja vu, perhaps? Not before this timeout. We'll be right back. All right, so we've got just under 6 minutes to go in this second period. We're tied up at 1 goal apiece. Jonathan Bendorf, Peyton Franti, the goal scorers in this game, both of which have come in this second period. Carballo to take the face-off, being flanked by Bendorf and Skvortsov here. Carballo wins it. Bendorf secures it, sets up Skvortsov now on the right half wall. Carballo parks his way in front of the net. Waring gets the pass at the blue line. We're seeing Waring and Del Ponte manning the point here on this power play. Waring gets it from the right circle and lets it rip, save, and Carballo has the rebound trying to jam it in. Del Ponte fans on it. Waring will follow up, curl, and shoot it. It was blocked, and it goes out of play. But I have to ask why So this is a line, what you're seeing on the power play up front. Bendorf, Carballo, Skvortsov, they play together at even strength as well. Skvortsov gets it, and he centers, and Bendorf's got his second of the game. Bendorf has goal number 2 on the night. 13 goals for Jonathan Bendorf, and that was a move executed right off the Ilya Skvortsov playbook. Carballo pushed it right past the opposing center's skates, right through, and slid it across for Jonathan Bendorf, who tucked it into the net, and for some reason Carballo's headed down the tunnel. This is what you're seeing right now, that is Ilya Skvortsov's move that he tries to execute so often. Carballo, to perfection, executed it. Gave it across for Bendorf, who's got goal number 2 on the afternoon. And Carballo must have said something foolish because he is off the ice. He went straight down the tunnel. And that was the nifty little play. Second straight assist, primary assist for Carballo. Second straight goal for Bendorf. And might have said something smart alecky to get him removed. He went instantly down the tunnel, folks, immediately after Bendorf scored. So here's Tilly. Put it across for Rosa, who shoots it off the blocker of Mike Rockwell. Rosa looks up, finds Waring. Waring tried to return it well out of the reach of Rosa. Tilly from the far corner spins it behind the net. Rosa is there, shovels it in front. Tilly is knocked down to the ice. Del Ponte with a screenshot, flutters on net. Big save by Rockwell. Put back in front of the goal. Another pad save by Rockwell, who scrambles and dives on the puck. Skinner has the puck in the neutral zone as he carries across the Topeka blue line. He was run into by Harper, who steals it. And here comes Rosenbaum. The runner's alternate captain will motor down the right side and shoot it off the blocker of Moyes. Here comes Burnett on the counter. He's got a 3-on-2. He's joined by Regula and Skinner. Burnett took it wide and put it through the blue paint, and it missed Regula. Burnett holds it at the blue line, sets up Skinner in the high slot, who will shoot it. It was blocked by Rosenbaum, who goes down. The Cats are doing what Coach Nelson has asked of them right here on this shift, cycling it low, keeping the runners on their heels a little bit. Regula put it across for Roman Canal on the left side. Down the circle, he spins with it now. Canal for Regula, left point. Will fake a slap shot. Dish it off to Sipus. Sipus back for Roman up high. He will let it rip. That one was blocked. Looked to sting DiMatteo a little bit, but he's back up. The runners clear it. Harper, one-on-one against Sipus, who will shoot it off the pad of Moyes. Sipus can't clear it, fresh off the bench. A backhand shot gets blocked off the attempt by Doyle. 3 minutes to go in period 2. The Cats have regained a 2-1 lead. Jonathan Bendorf with 2, Topeka with 1. So from the neutral zone, it's Seamus putting it a little bit too far out of the reach of Fees, but he's going to nullify the icing with his hustle. Barnes is right in his face. Fees, Cabinho working against Broman and Barnes, and the latter of whom ended up jabbing the puck behind his own net for Klatt to take a look. Bat will get it off the glass, but he failed to clear it. Cabinha steals it, then shoots it. Tried to go 5-hole, and Rockwell made the butterfly save. So nobody has set foot inside the Wildcats penalty box at all tonight. And I'm still trying to figure out what happened with Carballo, because nobody has had a seat. If Carballo were given some sort of penalty, somebody would have to serve it for him. But we have not seen him return, or I haven't, at least not yet. And nothing is showing on the penalties, but here comes Granowicz on a partial breakaway. Deeks to the forehand, lost the puck. Tried to do too much, did Granowicz. Now Heiser the other way, leads one ahead for Cabinha, who can't quite split the defense, and he's sandwiched and knocked down. Penalty to be called against Topeka after that. Cabinha loses his helmet, and Fees goes right after, I believe that's Rosenbaum down there. These might offset each other now. Fees retaliated after the hit from Dickinson, rather, not Rosenbaum. Cabinha was did not have enough speed to try to split through the RoadRunners defense. They had level ground on him, and they were able to sandwich him. Might be head contact against Ryan Dickinson here. So the RoadRunners go down another defenseman. So Dickinson was given 2 minutes for roughing, and third straight penalty against Topeka. Bendorf put it across from the blue paint, knocked out of there. The Wildcats power play has looked a lot better tonight than it did on Friday night, that's for sure. Right now it's level with the outcome from yesterday, which was 1 for 2, but this is their third chance here this afternoon as Skvortsov motors in and shoots, and I think it hit the shoulder of Rockwell. He thought it was in the net. It was not. So minute 12 to go in the second period. 2-1 your score. Bendorf with a pair of goals. Carballo with a pair of assists. And Burnett is taking Carballo's spot on the ice right now. Skvortsov passes one ahead for him. Burnett tries to split through the defense. From his knees, he shoots it off the post. Bendorf will try the wraparound. Doesn't work out. Gets back on it. Levels it off the half-board glass. Skvortsov from the right wall. Feeds it into the high slot. Orgel for Donahue, who lets it rip. Chest save is made by Mike Rockwell. It's 28-30 on the night, having a busy game. He's been pretty good. Ryan Snowden's absence. I've just received word that Ricky Carballo has not been tossed from the game, but had to take care of some business, if you can use your imagination and know what that connotates. Well, when you got to go, you got to go. Cats still with a good chunk of time on this power play here. 35 seconds as Walker cycles it to Tilley from the goal line, finding Del Ponte. The shot was blocked by Rosenbaum. Waring from the far point, D-to-D pass, Del Ponte, right circle, takes a shot, he scores! Kareem Del Ponte's got his first goal as a Wildcat, with his parents in attendance from half the world away. Kareem Del Ponte makes it 3-1 Cats. And they're saying Stephen Tilley deflected the shot from Kareem Del Ponte. And then the PA announcement, we'll get a better look at it here. That goes straight in, folks. That goes straight in. That is Kareem Del Ponte's goal. That's a mistake from the announcement. That's a goal for Kareem Del Ponte, his first as a Wildcat. And probably couldn't really be a better time to do it than in front of his mom and dad from Switzerland watching him play. Live for the first time as a Wildcat. 3-1 your score through the first 40 minutes. All 4 goals that have been scored in this game have taken place in period number 2. The Cats with all the momentum, a pair of power play goals, one by Bendorf, one by Del Ponte, 2 unanswered, both on the man advantage. Their power play now 2 for 3 as we head to the dressing rooms with the Cats up 3-1 over the Topeka RoadRunners, who are really going to have to get down to some serious business in period 3 if they want to salvage being swept. We're going to take a break, folks. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
And of course, this fantastic crew cleaning up is being sponsored by the Jets. Another fantastic job done by the Jets. Chuck the puck clean up Drew.
All right, well, welcome back, folks. Boy, that second period, we really start to see the Cats take off as the period went on. Two huge power play goals to give the Cats a 3-1 lead. Two unanswered power play goals at that. Going back to the start of the period, it was 6:23 in when Jonathan Bendorf finished off that pass from Ricky Carballo, who was charging down the right wing, put it in front for Bendorf, who had to kind of reach out a little bit, but he secured it on his blade and rifled it blocker side on Mike Rockwell to give the Cats a 1-0 lead. 3 minutes later, the RoadRunners would respond. It was off a broken play, a mad scramble in front of Evan Moyes' net. In which Moyes was down in the butterfly, and the puck was just kind of pinballing all over the place. It was Kyle Klatt who took the initial shot. I think Doyle chipped it ahead down the wall for him, and then Klatt just took a weak little dribbling wrist shot that went off of Moyes' pad, and everyone was kind of digging and searching for it. It was Peyton Franti who found it and just spun it on net, went through the 5-hole of Moyes. Greasy goal, but they all count. Topeka tied it up 1 goal apiece. And then finally we started to get some penalties. There have only been 3 in this entire game, all against the RoadRunners. And the first one was a trip by Alex Fry on Ilya Skvortsov, who went down in his own zone. It was not a smart play by Alex Fry, though it looked to be purely incidental, not intentional, but that's the kind of thing that'll drive head coaches nuts when you take offensive zone penalties. It's the worst area to take one. At least if you take one in the defensive zone, you could nullify a scoring chance by taking the penalty, but when you take it in the offensive zone, it's a penalty in vain, you could say. It doesn't accomplish anything to help your cause. So all it did was give the Wildcats their second chance in the man advantage tonight. And it was Jonathan Bendorf who capitalized just 20 seconds into the power play or so. Ricky Carballo won the faceoff, took a move straight out of Ilya Skvortsov's playbook, and slipped it through the opposing center's skates right off the draw and fed it across to Bendorf, who was clearly on board. The two of them were on the same page on that play. Bendorf was pretty much wide open, left uncontested because of how quickly it happened. Carballo fed it across to him. Bendorf just tucked it in. Then another late power play goal was scored by Kareem Del Ponte with his parents in from Switzerland, watching him play live for the first time as a Wildcat here in Topeka. Del Ponte scored with just 11 seconds to go on the man advantage. Waring gave him the DDD pass. Del Ponte had an opening from the top of the right circle. He let a shot go through a screen. And the public address announcer identified the goal scorer as Stephen Tilley, but folks, I'm telling you, I watched that replay. That puck went straight in. That did not take a deflection. That went right through the screen and beat Snowden on the low blocker side, it looked like. Or Rockwell, rather, not Snowden, apologies. Beat Rockwell low blocker side. So that's how period 2 ended. The Cats with all the momentum right now, but it's probably a good thing that for Topeka that the period ended right after that goal, because it'll give Josh Cameras and Joe Clark a chance to settle the boys down in the Topeka dressing room and sort of come out in period 3 rejuvenated, fighting to the last breath for a couple of points in the standings. They do not want to be swept 3 games in a row in regulation in their own building by a divisional rival. That is the worst way to start off 2017. So they're going to be doing all that they can to avoid it in period 3. The Cats will have their hands full to try to complete this sweep. Just 20 minutes separate them from it. Can they do it? We'll find out next. We'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Don't go away. All right, we're back, folks. Thanks for joining us. Period 3 underway. The Wildcats must protect this 2-goal lead that they have if they're to secure 6 points of a possible 6 points in this 3-game road series, which is the 4th and final consecutive road series the Cats will be tasked with playing. It's been a long and arduous month of December. Now we're creeping into the first day of January in the new year, and the Wildcats hoping to start off 2017 on a high note by sweeping their oldest rivals on the road. 3-1 your score. Goals scored by Bendorf twice, and then Del Ponte at the very end of period number 2. And we'll see if that gets corrected before this game comes to an end, but I'm 95% certain that Del Ponte will be given that goal. I do not think it was deflected. Bowery has it on the right side and shoots, and he scores from a near impossible angle. Marshall Bowery beat Evan Moyes through the wickets. Second 5-hole goal that Moyes has given up in this game. And Bowery gives the runners some life here early in period 3. That's why they tell you to shoot it from everywhere. Moyes is given a stick tap from both Carballo and Bendorf as they were passers-by. That's not the kind of goal Moyes likes to give up. So 3-2 now your score. Unassisted goal scored by Marshall Bowery. The RoadRunners captain has cut the deficit to just 1 as Carballo tries to slip it in front for Bendorf. It didn't get all the way through to him. And Bowery will rattle it in from center ice before completing a line change. Harper, the only one who's still out there from Topeka's number 1 line. Canal up for Bendorf. Puck deflects off of Carballo into the offensive zone. Schlagenhoff over there on that far side. Tilly picks his pocket, then turns with it. Will set up Orgel, who fanned on the one-time shot. Nigel Nelson scoots one up the wall. Del Ponte, or Donahue rather, intercepts it. Kiernan flies it back in. Moyes will leave it behind his own net. Donahue has some trouble with it. He's able to recover and spin it to Orgel. Ryan Orgel from center throws it in on net. Big rebound given up by Rockwell. Rosa has it. He shoots. Stopped by Rockwell. Walker finishes his check. The pass into the slot was too hot to handle there for Stephen Tilley. Doyle gets it as he marches in down the right side. Throws it across the slot. Broman will put it back down the boards. Klatt rather, and the pass missed Klatt from Doyle between his skates. Bounces off the boards and goes down. DiMatteo to deal with it now behind his own net. Broman is given the pass from Doyle. He will gain the blue line and shoot. Knocked aside by Moyes. Waring for Del Ponte. Del Ponte now for Tilley. Will lob it towards the corner. Rosenbaum intercepted it. Who has it now? Puck tipped into the offensive zone by Peyton Franti. The message from Josh Cameras has got to be right now, get everything that you possibly can on net, because Evan Moyes, as good of a competitor as he is, has still got to be thinking about that last goal that he gave up. The best of goaltenders have problems focusing for the next few minutes after giving up goals that they don't like. That's got to be the message, I would think, from Josh Cameras. So far, Topeka has not managed to get a whole lot of good chances on Moyes following the goal from Bowery. Credit the Wildcats defense for keeping shots to the perimeter for really from unscreened shots from the blue line. As Regula will put it in front off the skate of Burnett. Cypress will wheel back into his own zone to fetch it. Burnett slips it past Harper, who's charging in after it as Barnes has to spin with it. Barnes' pass picked off by Heiser. He will lob it in behind the net. Burnett waiting for it. Throws it into the slot where it's intercepted by Marshall Bowery. Topeka's most recent goal scorer will chip it ahead, hoping for Harper. Gets to him eventually. Orgel takes him off of it. Burnett from the far corner in his own zone. Will lob one off the glass. DeRoche back for Topeka. Barnes slaps it up. Harper. DeRoche in stride over the blue line. Surrounded by Wildcats. Gave it away into the right corner. Orgel slid it over to Donahue. Donahue's pass right up through center. Cabinia had it knocked off his stick. Orgel follows up through the neutral zone. Dumps it in from the red line into the chest of Rockwell, who will hang on to it. Cats still doubling Topeka in shots on net. Now it's 34-16. But they've only got a one-goal edge to show for it. And the starting forwards, Heiser, Cabinia, and Fees to take this offensive zone faceoff. Heiser won the draw. Waring fakes one way, goes the other, takes a wrist shot, deflected. Picked up behind the net by Heiser. He's wrapped up there by Schlagenhoff. Heiser will try to scoot it on through for Del Ponte. No such luck. Nelson banks it behind his own net. DiMatteo gives it over for Dickinson. 17-year-old defenseman finding a man open on the left wing and Fry. And the puck deflects high in the air for a young lady down there in the lower sections. Collect a souvenir from the game here on New Year's Day. So Skvortsov is going to line up to take this face-off with Bendorf and Carballo flanking him. Line mates who have been at his side all season long. Bendorf with a pair of goals here tonight. Waring puts it up the middle of the ice. Skvortsov is onside here as he charges down the left side. Rosenbaum tries to knock him off balance. Can't do it. Carballo falls down. Skvortsov wins the puck and wins the board battle. Turns and shoots over the glove of Rockwell as the puck is chipped out past Kareem Del Ponte. Here comes Fry. On his off wing, tries to dipsy doodle his way by, ran out of room. Good effort though on Jonathan Waring. He was able to, not able to take the puck, but he was able to run Fry out of room and force him in behind the net. Waring will slide it up to Bendorf on the left side. We'll get it into Topeka territory before heading to the bench for a line change. Leaving Canal out to defend this potential 3-on-2. Broman put it into the corner. Now it's behind the net in the Cat zone. Cypus is pestered by Broman, who gives him an extra shove. Tilley got the outlet from Canal. Tilley's diagonal pass intended for Walker, intercepted by Doyle, who starts off and running. DiMatteo's long pass intercepted by Walker. DiMatteo will try again now from his own zone. Banks it behind his own net. Matt Barnes. His customary defensive partner, Devon Fields, has not returned to the game. We hope the best for him. Here's a shot from the left half wall that's stopped by Moyes. Canal put it off the corner boards. Dickinson pinches. Canal's got to turn with it. Klatt giving him some pushes and shoves. Canal goes down, but he gets the job done. Got it up the boards, but Tilley can't clear it. Del Ponte will try. Aided by Canal, the Wildcats clear it. Karanen mishandled the puck and kind of interfered with Walker a little bit shortly thereafter. Nothing will be called against the former potential Wildcats defenseman, Jay Karanen, who was cut from the Cats back in the main camp in Michigan in early June over the offseason. Karanen will give it back to Dickinson. Mikowski deflects it into the offensive zone. Orgel. And Orgel's pass, I think he was anticipating Donahue to take a different route than he did. The Wildcats will regroup now in their own zone. Orgel will fly it out to nobody in particular. Rosenbaum. Stymied by Skinner. And to keep the puck in the attacking zone, DeRoche will do a little curl and drag in his own zone. And recover on time to start the rush back into Wichita Falls territory. DeRoche skates in. Backhand shot stopped by Moyes. Really difficult angle on that backhander from DeRoche. Just trying to get any kind of a rebound or perhaps even a fluky goal from there. Smart play by DeRoche, and Moyes did well to hang on to it, not allow any kind of second opportunities. The faceoff's going to be to Moyes' left now. The future Ohio State Buckeye 16 of 18 in tonight's game. On the other end, Rockwell's had a pretty solid night himself. 31 of 34. He's got some big saves under his belt as well. And look out here, folks. That is a high stick. Waring got hit high up near his chin, it looked like. He went down right away. And somebody on Topeka had their stick up way too high. And Waring got the wrong end of it. Schlagenhoff, high sticking. I don't see any blood, so it'll probably just be 2 minutes against Topeka's number 20. Looks to be the call. The timekeeper in the Wildcats penalty box has not had to do anything tonight. Having an easy day on New Year's. There's not been a cat in the box yet at all. On the other hand, this is their 4th straight power play, so they're getting the benefit of the calls here in this game, no question. But it's usually the case when you double your opponents in shots and in time and attack. When you have the puck, you're not as susceptible to taking penalties, that's for sure. So Donahue runs into his man over there, and Mikowski, who takes a vicious slash in retaliation. Somehow that goes uncalled. Skvortsov wheels his way in and snipes one, tries to go high, top shelf. Glove side on Rockwell. He got his shoulder on it. Now Donahue will slap it on net, pad save. On the rebound, Bendorf searching for it. Rockwell's got it. And finally, Gramato blows his whistle. Carvalho tried that same move on the faceoff, didn't work this time, and Bowery whacks it into the Wildcats bench from his own zone. I think this faceoff will stay in Topeka territory. Another face-off win by Skvortsov. Good crisp puck movement, touch passes left and right. Orgel's shot didn't get blocked, but he holds it in the zone nicely. From near the right point, dishes it over to Ilya Skvortsov. Will carry it over towards the top of the right point himself. Meanwhile, it's Orgel setting up shop in the Ovechkin slot, as we like to call it, the left circle. Nice little move behind the net by Jonathan Bendorf. He and Orgel swap. Bendorf from the right corner will bank it back to Seamus Donahue, and the Wildcats captain will return the pass to him. Left half boards into the circle with a shot, tried to snipe it. Just got a piece of the mask there of Rockwell as it bounces behind the net. Still 45 seconds to go on the power play, which has looked tremendous tonight. 2 for 3 for the Wildcats, hoping to improve it to 3 for 4 on this. Bowery trying to do all he can to avoid that, but he can't clear it. Now DeRoche will get a chance to do so. He's going to get it out of there. Out to Bowery in the neutral zone near the logo. Carries across the line and dumps it past Bendorf and behind the Cats' net. 9 minutes to go in period 3. Your score is 3-2 Wildcats. Bendorf with a pair of goals, Del Ponte with 1. Now Walker carries in and fires. It was blocked by Rosenbaum, and it goes out of play. For Topeka, your goal scorers tonight, Peyton Franti, Marshall Bowery. 8 seconds to go on the man advantage with Schlagenhoff serving the 2-minute high sticking infraction. Cats will get one last offensive zone face-off here, it looks like. Tilly has a chance right in front of the net with a shot, and a pad save is made by Rockwell. Puck swatted out of there. Schlagenhoff rejoins his teammates 5-on-5 for the next 8.5 minutes, unless there's another penalty, but there haven't been a whole lot in this game. Waring has it behind his own net and waits. The Cats unsuccessful, now fall to 50% on the power play tonight, but hey, that's still pretty good. Waring, with multiple head fakes, finally gets Granowicz to go one way. The RoadRunners have to start a more aggressive forecheck here, because what they're doing now is not going to get the job done. They need to be the aggressors here in this situation, trailing 3-2 in the third period. Tilly was wrapped up and tripped by Dickinson. Nothing will be called. Tilly just now getting back up to his skates, and he is in some distress. Dickinson flies it on net. Moy's able to easily knock it aside. Barnes backpedaling now, eludes a forecheck from Walker and hobbles a skipping puck down the ice. Will this go for icing? I don't think so. Sipus. Roman Canal was pestered by both Fry and Franti. Skinner. Sky hooks it out towards the RoadRunners logo. Barnes spins it over to DiMatteo. Franti watched it squirt on through as now Schlagenhoff is bodied up by Dom Sipus. Took away his time. Skinner from his own corner with 7 to go in period 3. Lobs it out, it hops over Barnes' blade. Burnett pursues him into the far corner. Burnett rolls it down the wall. It's behind the net now, and Barnes will take it away. He's had a busy shift, has Matt Barnes. Burnett slides it around the end wall. Fry. Coughs it up in front of the runner's bench. Burnett tries to start it back into the attacking zone. These are the types of situations the Cats have to capitalize on. Topeka is gassed. They only managed to get one guy off the ice on that partial line change. Now they're going to get more as Bowery starts it down the other direction on the right side. He coughs it up to Donahue, who will start it back into the RoadRunner zone. Aaronin. Pina's right in his face. Rosenbaum will successfully get it out. Nigel Nelson's pass didn't work out. Good stick by Heiser, who's made the transition from defenseman to center seamlessly. He's done a tremendous job. With the absence of Alexei Poikla due to the shoulder injury, and the earlier in this series without C.J. Regula for 2 games and Skvortsov for 1, with Blake Ripley still obviously nursing a delicate injury. Zach Heiser was the one selected from the D-corps to fill the void, and he did so well that Heiser has stayed at forward tonight, even though the Cats have 12 forwards available to them. So this is the last media timeout of this game. Anytime Josh's Cameras or Nelson would like to stop the clock again, they will have to utilize one of their own. Just under 6 minutes remain. The Runners trail by 1 goal. They got a gift goal early in period 3 here, early in this period, and have not really done much since. Got to find it within themselves to salvage some points out of this series to forget for them. Del Ponte slaps it along. Rosenbaum picks it off and then will chip it into the offensive zone, into the right corner in Wildcats territory. Waring shovels it up the boards, the near boards. Fees working hard for it, but he turns it over. Klatt with a shot, a changeup that deflects down by Broman, in and out of his glove. Heiser had to get it up for Fees. Broman holds it in the zone again. This RoadRunners fourth line doing some work along the walls, so trying to grind the Wildcats players down. Get a chance out of it, but they're gassed themselves. They've got to complete a line change. Del Ponte up for Ilya. And the Russian sniper able to spot Waring charging down the right side. Can't swagger his way through a pair of RoadRunners defensemen. Barnes sidesteps Bendorf, gets it over for DiMatteo. Bank pass off the sideboards, missing Franti's blade. Franti steals it from Canal, then sets up Barnes at the left point. Can't get the shot through Carballo, who jabs it ahead. Bendorf's got a 3-on-2 rush developing on his off wing. Bendorf pulls up, drops it off for Ilya Skvortsov, who can't get it on net. Drops it back for Sipus now. Sipus up for Ilya. Ilya cuts into the circle. He weaves towards the slot and shoots a weak shot wide of the left post. Now Carballo will deal it to Roman Canal, who shoots through the screen and scores. Roman Canal with his third goal as a Wildcat has added a much-needed insurance tally with his mother and father in attendance all the way from Michigan. Roman Canal makes it 4-2 Wildcats. Might as well give Jonathan Bendorf an assist on that goal. He is the reason that Rockwell couldn't stop it. You can't stop what you can't see, so they say. And you're going to see right here, Jonathan Bendorf is the one setting up shop right in front of Rockwell. He did not see that, folks. Roman Canal with an excellent shot through the screen set up by Bendorf, and the Cats have doubled their lead. 4-2 your score with 4 to go as Tilly sets up Rosa, who fires it over the crossbar on the second chance, and Walker missed the net. Harper put it ahead for Dickinson. Rosa intercepted his pass. Tilly, second effort, dove after spinning around, got it too far for Walker. Harper turned it over to Seamus Donahue, who then got an elbow up high on Harper, who was barking at Dan Gramaudo. That should have been a penalty, folks. Seamus Donahue got away with one big time there, but here comes Topeka on a 4-on-2. Rosenbaum crisscrossing with DeRoche, carries in down the right side, put it off the side of the net, and Donahue is slashed by Harper, and a penalty will be called against Topeka. And then Orgel goes straight after Max Harper, and this is going to get ugly. Harper was not happy there wasn't a call made on Donahue's high hit to the head, and rightfully so. Harper deserved to be upset, sure, but he did not need to do what he just did. Frustration's clearly mounting here for Topeka. And the Cats will be lucky if Orgel isn't given some kind of retaliatory penalty. He will be. Orgel's going to head to the Wildcat sin bin as well and join them. But I think Harper's night might be done. Harper is headed back down the Topeka dressing room. Already shorthanded one of their defensemen. They now lose one of their top scorers and a veteran RoadRunner in Max Harper, who scored a pair of goals in this series. So 2 defensemen with goals here this afternoon. 2 defensemen who don't score a whole heck of a lot of goals. Kareem Del Ponte and Roman Canal, both of whom have relatives in the audience. Nice little New Year's present for them, making the long commute. Making it all worth it seeing that. I'll tell you that much. So, Orgel is given a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Waring will set up Del Ponte at the top of the umbrella. Waring touches it along for Rosa, will give it down behind the net. Tilly up for Del Ponte, now for Waring, who lets it go. Missing the crossbar as it rolls back out to center. So Orgel and Schlagenhoff were given offsetting, cross-checking, or roughing. I think Schlagenhoff might have been given a roughing penalty, and Harper was given a 2-minute minor for a hit from behind, I believe, and a 10-minute misconduct, so his night is done. And the Cats to a late power play here, already with a 2-goal lead. Rosa slides it on back to Del Ponte, fluttered to Waring, who blasts it off the body of Bowery. Black and blue series for him. He's found the back of the net a couple times too, but not enough. Topeka has not had enough depth scoring. It's been all Fry, Franti, Bowery, and Harper. Fry marches in and shoots, speak of the devil, blocked by Waring. DeRoche has had some good chances as he's expected to. Bendorf puts it in front, and Carballo tucks it in. And that just about puts this one away. Cats came up the wing on a 3-on-2. Bendorf slid it into the slot for Ricky Carballo, who has scored his 14th goal of the season. Improving the Wildcats' power play to 3 for 5 on the night now. Giving them a 5-2 edge with just over 100 seconds to go in this third period. Getting back to what we're saying about some of Topeka's problems in this series, DeRoche, former Cedar Rapids Rough Rider in the USHL, and a big shot up there from what I've been told. Things just didn't work out for him there, it sounded like, and he's was expected to come to Topeka and be a superstar, which he has been. He had a hat trick against the Wildcats a little over a month ago, back in November. But tonight, or this series really, he's been invisible on the score sheet, and Topeka does not have enough depth to make up for that when that happens. Carballo out-racing Keranen to negate the icing, killing off a little more time. Well, Canal will put it behind the net. Carballo, or Bendorf rather, is wrapped up by Dickinson. Both of whom have cages, both of whom are 17 years old and are not allowed to fight right now. Broman will take it down the left side and shoot one, trying to use Canal as a screen. Didn't work out. So losing Marcus Russell to John LaFontaine's Muskegon Lumberjacks certainly has not helped Topeka. They were expected to be a team would be able to overcome something like that. Marcus Russell was their leading scorer, which is what piqued LaFontaine's interest, and that's the second time LaFontaine has taken a player from a South Division rival of the Wildcats who is a leading scorer on their team. First it was Cooper Zeck of the Odessa Jackalopes, and now it's Marcus Russell from Topeka. So even after Coach LaFontaine has left Wichita Falls, he's still doing the Wildcats favors. Ryan Burnett's got a late 2-on-1 with Skinner. Burnett on the right side shoots and scores. 6-2. Auf Wiedersehen, Topeka. And Happy New Year's, Wichita Falls. So these two teams will not meet again until perhaps a playoff matchup. But if the Runners are going to get there, they have a lot of work to do. 6-2 the final here in this game. The Cats ran away with it at the end there in period 3. Roman Canal sort of took the wind out of Topeka's sails, added to the frustration that had already been culminating throughout this series, and it reached its peak there near the end of period 3. And it showed in the actions of Max Harper. You can just see the dejection on the look of the players' faces even as they salute this crowd here on New Year's. They're going to be looking within themselves, looking for answers to figure this out because even though they've got Andrew Hart is hurt, we understand that. He's a star player for them. He was not available this weekend, but you know what? Alexi Poikala wasn't available for the Wildcats either. So Topeka's got to put aside the excuses and figure themselves out here with less than half their season to go to fight their way for a playoff spot. As for the Wildcats, well, they have headed another 2 very important points in the South Division standings in the race for first place against the Lone Star Brahmas. Right now, with that win, the Cats are a mere 3 points behind Lone Star with a game in hand. If they win that game in hand, they'll be a meager 1 point behind the Brahmas in the battle for first place. Wichita Falls and Lone Star will be meeting each other soon enough at K. Yeager Coliseum. That has not happened yet. The Brahmas have not visited the KYC yet all season. That will happen in January, and we look forward to that, obviously. Again, folks, next weekend I will not be there, and I do apologize, but I've got a prior engagement. It'll be the first weekend in 2 seasons that I miss. But rest assured, the broadcast will be alive and functioning. Chet Yoder from the Shreveport Mudbugs will be taking on my duties as a play-by-play commentator for both games. I was lucky enough to get some volunteers to help out on social media. Everything else that I normally do, Jumbotron work and stuff like that, I'll take care of during the week. Graphics and videos, what have you. By the way, a new intro video is all set and ready to go for you. It's upsetting to me that I'll miss its debut, but you will enjoy it if you're able to make it to the K. Yeager Coliseum to watch the Cats take on the Shreveport Mudbugs next weekend, Friday and Saturday night, January 6th and 7th. Both games start at 7:05 p.m. Central Time. The Saturday the 7th is a church youth group night. If you're, by any chance, if any of you tuning in are with a church youth group anywhere in the Texoma area or perhaps even beyond, call the Wildcats office at 716-5587, area code 940. So that's 940-716-5587. Speak with Debbie. She'll get you all situated. $2 tickets apiece for church youth group participants. We hope to see you all out there next weekend, again, Friday and Saturday, against the Shreveport Mudbugs as the Wildcats continue to battle the Lone Star Brahmas for first place in the South Division as this season goes on. 6-2 the final again here from the Landon Arena in Kansas's capital. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody who joined us for the broadcast here tonight. It's been an honor to have you on board with us, but we've got to get going. Got a long bus ride ahead of us, and work is first thing tomorrow morning. Again, the Cats have won 6-2. They take 6 of a possible 6 points against their oldest rivals, and it was about as successful a series as it possibly could have been for the Wildcats, and they're certainly going to be pleased with the result. Coach Nelson's going to give them a well-deserved break tomorrow from hockey. And hopefully soon, Blake Ripley, Alexi Poikala, 2 players who do not play in this series, but I'm sure loved spectating, watching the team perform well in their absence. It's expected that they will be able to make their return relatively shortly here, perhaps not next weekend, if not then after the bye week. On January 13th, 14th, that being the bye week, and then the following weekend, I believe, against the Lone Star Brahmas, perhaps, if they're ready. Even if not, the Wildcats played well without them. sweeping the Topeka RoadRunners here this weekend, 3-0. Again, thanks so much for joining us, folks. Happy New Year's, and until 3 weeks from now, that'll be the next time I'll be broadcasting a game, so enjoy the services of Chet Yoder next weekend. I'm sure he'll do a great job for you. Kills me I can't be with you guys, but rest assured, in 3 weeks, I'll be back. Wildcats 6, RoadRunners 2. Happy New Year's, everyone, and we'll talk to you in a few weeks.